pledge love and loyalty to we country salo. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this sweet land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. This day I don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. But this day I don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salo. My how we day, my how we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. For the wreck the country, it's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, no man keraka. Come on, Konica, come on, Keraka. Chamucha, Mamma Monica. Kai bomb, Yaman Konica. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country, it's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country, it's a witch. And they go and they beg. Shim. The people that they gen. Then I go shim. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them best creature. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best creature. We pledge love and loyalty to we country salo. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. We let we salo. As in a place like home, I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
Hello and welcome. Today, I want to speak about a subject that sits quietly behind every political decision, every governance failure, and every illusion of progress in Sierra Leone and many parts of Africa. We often argue about corruption. We debate leadership, competence. We tweet about elections. But we rarely ask the deeper question: what is the psychology behind our leaders? How do they think, and why do they think that way? Because if we don't understand the mind that leads, we will never understand the direction in which we are being led. To understand leadership today, we must walk back into history, into the colonial classroom. In that classroom, the African child learned English and French equal intelligence, European values equal civilization, African identity equals inferior, obedience equals success, memorization equals education. He learned to respect authority, not question it. He learned to imitate, not innovate. He learned that to rise, he must move closer to whiteness and further from his roots. So when independence came, we removed the flag, but we kept in mind that the flag had been rained on. That is the beginning of the colonially trained leader. Now, how does this mindset appear in leadership today? Look at how we celebrate power: the convoy, the security escort, foreign travel, suits and English accents, titles like Honorable, Excellency, Alhaji, Doctor, even without achievement. Prestige has become performance. Authority has become fashion. Leadership has become theater. And many leaders do not feel powerful unless they are seen as having power. Prestige has replaced service. Because the system lifted them above their people, the colonially groomed leader believes, I am the ruler. They are the ruled. They need guidance. I know better. This is not confidence. It is conditioned superiority. It is an inherited rank from the colonial structure. So, consultation becomes a weakness. Criticism becomes an insult. And governance becomes command instead of conversation. The leader stands above the people, not among them. But superiority is only the mask. Behind that mask lies a much more profound insecurity. Because if he is truly superior, why does he seek so much validation from outside? Why must progress come from donors? Why must policy come from abroad? Why must knowledge appear foreign to be taken seriously? This is the inferiority complex, a quiet belief that African identity alone is not enough. So we borrow ideas, we borrow technology, we borrow even the meaning of success itself. Prestige hides insecurity. If we want better leadership, we must first heal the leadership mind. We must decolonize thought. That means leadership grounded in culture, policy informed by community, education rooted in the mother tongue, power used to serve, not perform, a mindset of innovation, not imitation. We must produce leaders who do not fear their own identity, leaders who do not need foreign approval to act, leaders who speak with their people, not at them. Because a strong nation begins with a strong mind. And right now, the mind of leadership is still recovering from 400 years of conditioning. So I ask you as you listen, do we want leaders who wield power or leaders who use power to build? Our future depends on the answer.
You hear me now, sir? I hope you're getting me now. Hello? Testing, testing. Am I being heard now? Mr. Kabu. Okay. think I'm being heard now. Thank you, sir. Once again, let me just go back and say good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever we are on Mother Earth. I hope we've listened to the clip that I played before coming on. This summarizes the problem of governance and politics on our continent, Africa, and more so in the country that we call home, Sierra Leone. What we see as government is nothing but a transformed colonial system, a system that was built on autocracy, a system that was built around one person and his team, the governor and his commissioners, or whatever name they were called. This was true throughout Africa. This system created a kind of governance infrastructure wherein local political entities, or what we call paramount chiefs, were used not because they wanted to listen to them or get their views, but for them to be recipients of commands. The governors were the autocrats who made all the laws. They passed these laws on to their commissioners, and the commissioners gave instructions to the paramount chiefs. Because there was resistance here and there, a force was built that should be used to control any form of dissent. Thus, the police force in Africa, the military force in Africa, was created on an autocratic mentality. Why am I taking all this time? We easily would want to dismiss or argue, oh, it's because of this man in power that we have this problem, or that man in power that we have this problem. Our problem is not with the person in power. It is with the psychology of the system. It is with the psychology of the new political economies that were created after the Berlin Conference. Those 54 or more states in Africa, which never existed before 1884, were conditioned and built around an autocratic mentality. We have been wrongly informed and gaslighted to believe that, oh, when the white man was here, things were better, we had democracy. We never had democracy. We had some of the worst form of autocracy. And as the saying goes, which is a social psychological fact, children learn what they live. Children learn what they live. If the parent has certain habits, if the parents have certain mannerism, if the parents have certain behavioral traits, the children naturally will take those habits, those mannerisms, and those behavioral traits. There may be variances, of course, depending on the individual, etc., etc. But children learn what they live. If a child is brought up in an environment of impunity, that child grows up to be an oppressor. If a child is brought up in an environment of negotiation, that child grows up to become a democrat. Short and simple. So the problems we have today in Africa is not about who is in power. It's about what kind of social psychology we have. How do we change this social psychology for us to begin to become more democratic? Was there democracy in our African settings before we had this intervention by foreign factors? These are the issues around which we must always be thinking if we really mean to solve the problems of governance, to come out with solutions that will be sustainable and lasting. That brings me to the topic of the day, which is the Tripartite Recommendations and their implication in their implementations. Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
I would want you to give me some time. Let me build my topic, sir.
Oh, no, go ahead. I mean, today,
Because
short period today. I can't just go without coming in for a few minutes. I know I missed the session, but I know
okay.
All right, go ahead.
Today I'm dealing purely with the tripartite, but I deviated by an introduction on the roots of the problems of Africa. If we mean to solve our problems, we have to move away from blaming and castigating each other and beginning to understand where we got the habits that we are using today that lead us into nothing but self-sabotage. Because what Africa is suffering from today is self-sabotage acquired from an education that is connected to autocratic governance. We have to stop fooling ourselves. The white man, the Arabs who started it all centuries ago, introduced autocracy. The Europeans came. They built on these autocratic foundations. All the colonial governments that we had never had a constitution that was used to run those colonies or whatever they called them. It was the governor, his team of commissioners, and the abuse or misuse of our local traditional rulers to implement policies they have no right to question. This is the tradition, this is the status quo that we inherited at independence, and now, instead of us, the educated, sitting down to look at this, we want to continue with the same system, and because this system is not democratic, it does not allow collective participation, we have devised systems of winners take all, use of impunity, abuse of rule of law, etc., etc. When we are not in power, we cry the loudest. When we get power, it's the same old thing because that's the system. Now we have this tripartite. First and foremost, I want to make it clear, I'm not here to condemn or to praise the tripartite. I'm here to look at it from a very rational and democratic point of view. In the first place, the tripartite arrangement is very much undemocratic. It's a bitter pill we have to swallow. It's a fact we need to understand if we want to begin to democratize in Africa. In a democracy, it's not about election, it's about participation. Democracies allow everybody to participate. Whatever the outcome is accepted for what it is. But when a democracy begins to classify levels of participation, when a democracy creates conditions for exclusivity instead of inclusivity, then democracy disappears. The tripartite arrangement is not democratic because it never was done on consultation with the 8.5 or more million people of Sierra Leone. 1. 2, it never was done in participation with all the registered political parties in Sierra Leone. Some may want to argue, well, the international community can go to hell. They created this problem because they were the governors that colonized us. They want the system to continue because it's to their profit. We have to stop being babysat and begin to look at what we can do to begin to build the posterity of our continent. A continent which at this material moment has one of the youngest demographics on earth. It has close to 50% of the resources that the earth needs for development. And yet we sit down there like crybabies waiting for international community. We are doing that just because we are still mentally colonized. In 1980, when Robert Nesta Marley sang at the stadium in Harare, Zimbabwe, Redemption Song, we never understood what he meant. This is what is hitting us today. If we don't redeem our mentality, we will continue in conflicts until thy kingdom come. The tripartite is a good start, but how are we going to build on it? First and foremost, it has been done undemocratically. Now they're trying to make it constitutional. Making something constitutional does not make it democratic. Because a constitution is not what prescribes democracy. Democracy is prescribed by attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions. Democracy is a social behavior, not a legal prescription. And democracy is not about elections or the law. It's about the ability of society to coexist, to negotiate, and to do things by consensus. These are some of the facts that we need to understand, especially so in Sierra Leone, because everything we talk about democracy is brainwashed book talking. I live in a democracy. I know how to behave. My neighbor cares about me and I care about my neighbor. We used to have that in Sierra Leone. We've lost all of those values. We had democracy in Sierra Leone. We moved away from it and adopted autocracy and called it democracy. If the tripartite recommendations are going to be meaningful, it's not only about going all over Sierra Leone, talking to people for them to know. It's about also asking them, what are your views about this? Because the people are the ones who are governed. Their views matter. If we don't get the consensus of the people, if it's still the top-bottom approach we are using, then I'm sorry, the Tripartite Recommendations are going to take our country into a big mess, very big mess. And I've decided that throughout this week and maybe next week, I'll be dealing with this tripartite issue in detail. This is just an introduction today. I want to deal with the constitutionality, the democratic processes that should be followed for it to be an instrument of peace and stability in Sierra Leone. Let us stop talking book. Let us stop talking book in Sierra Leone. There is too much book talk, assumptions built around the failed autocratic system that we inherited. Over to you, sir. Let me don't waste your time.
Well, thank you once more, as usual, for this very precise and educative sort of presentation. Yeah, like I said, today I don't go really too much. I will get because other people and go listen to you. But the subject you bring to discuss today, a very important subject.
And I therefore discuss them throughout this week. So I will let you prepare materials that we discuss them.
Okay. So the first thing I want to say regarding what I want to say is that in the last episode we talked about the challenges of Salon face, but I'll be alluded to the point say the factors them we responsible for we then at this condition, they are not the ones that will be usually they pay attention to. And I give an example, say if they crouch fire na the bush, but na the wind, then they blow the fire. So when they go to the wind, with the left side and crouch the fire. and so that now will make the problem.
You're quite correct.
So the second part what I want to say here is if we put let we get an agreement regarding why we in this condition for if I go back to that we're not able to agree on points then or stop them due to certain key factors then dishonesty. Now, one reason we will not agree. The second thing is sycophancy. Will they see the truth? Will they escape them? Will not they be honest about why, if somebody they act the way they act, will they still not able to do them due to a lot of factors? But if we say they benefit from the person where they do the bad, and so how it would be? So sycophancy, will they buy favor? Because without being it, no go benefit. So this 9 minutes of me. In relation to the tripartite, if I they go to that tripartite thing, then there is, I think, the American people, there's something they call fumbling, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that. The APC leader, where everybody pointing hand to, plus the one that will be dated, then fumble. They let Sierra Leone down because one thing, like say political authority, even if you get little stuff that it in two categories. I mean, authority, let us say political authority, they in two categories. You get institutional and political authority. Now, when you then at the institution, it means that you do political party. And this political party, you are just now a leader of the people. Where can make decisions them will get long-term consequences without thinking. If they go sign something, maybe the man with them a bailer, they get an idea. If you just go consult with them. Because I really talk about consultation. So you even go far. Now something I don't ever think about, but I think about it. Because the reason why which we say it matter, like the other political parties, them, our electoral system is say, now the one the number will get certain percentage, now they can go. But will not be the other side. We will get many political parties who will participate under a rigged system, what they call the PR system.
If even, sorry, sir, if even they have not participated, for as long as these political parties have membership, those members matter. They should be consulted.
So thank you. You see,
this is what democracy is. I live in a democratic society.
Of course, yes. So that was the big mistake, for the one of the mistakes there. The first mistake we happened was, if people are like, you go buy potato leaf, then go cook punky, then give you. If then, as you open the plate, where is in a punky, tell the people, not to punky, I can buy that potato leaf.
Exactly.
I send me, make I go to Miss Gallon, I send me, if you want it potato leaf, if you want it punky. Dr. Samura Kamara, you know, they are, maybe people in Goderi, I work with them very close. There were people in Kinkani say, oh, me and Samura support. I was one of those people. We stayed together from 2021. I don't feel say we don't talk per night. We reach 1 week. Everybody call and let us come. If need to undo the talk, I advise him. I say, if you go to that place, first of all, if not me, I know the go there. But now the international maybe don't come. They say, "La una go talk." Okay, they go there. But if they go talk, I like for being at this program because they think wise, Mr. Jallo. This I talk, I say you're going there for the people of Sierra Leone, not the people SAPC. I say so when you go, if these people not give what they want, you get for come back like and talk to the people. Because then people will go form that meeting, therefore don't invite all political parties them for say. Then when VO take the election, but they are Sierra Leoneans, them where this happened, they participated in the election. They should have been part of this discussion.
Exactly.
So they let them.
Let me forget a session with them before ever then they go sit up and tripartite.
Yes. But now, when our APC, they say they rig the elections, then for them, APC for them say, okay, when we go, let them get the result of this, wait to make BO say now win. If they don't give them, when I give it 2 weeks, let me go consult the APC people. When we don't talk to them, whatever we say, will they come back? But according to what you understand, Samura say, no, let them come out. You know why that happened? If you did culture, there's what you call the power distance culture. In this country, when I was a manager, though I'm not getting no big office, my office, they all man accessible, everything. When the one with the shooter will talk with the waiting self, I'm not go dress, beat it, but I go. In fact, if I dress, shoot, go, then go ask me if I go interview.
Oh, they go party.
They go party. Or somebody die. Remember, I get 1 minute.
And I'll tell you another thing. Yeah. I don't know if it happen in America because I don't work there. But in Norway, in Norway, the head. Now in the slave past the one the way they lead because here leadership is by example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now in first they reach now workplace, now in last they left for day. When he come for work, the leader, if they take broom, he sweep. I swear to God.
Oh yes. How many times were the cover? Why be manager? At the cover all the time. Because when somebody call, I want to let you go before, and I'm a salaried employee. So I wasn't working on, and that's what I signed for.
Yeah.
So the point where the distance culture now, when you look at the level of interaction or behavior or thing the way they happen between the leader in Africa and the one abroad is so different.
It's different. You know why? You know why? We leaders them in Africa, they were exposed to autocracy.
Of course.
They were taught autocracy. It's only in Africa that somebody will sit down and say, this is my administration. They say our administration.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead, sir.
So the point now would they talk to, when Dr. Samura was, the people let go. The main thing is the negotiators and say, okay, for 2 days, certain Sabiam, in Peking, I teach them in Gambia. That vice president will go.
That lady.
Asabi that lady. So where you go, we be on the Germany. I did it, elections, everything. But what I try to say now is when they go, they say we come, let's find out how this man win these elections. We all don't know, say they not done for count. But what he say, they never present anything. Okay, now what you now do? Well, one no more law now make peace so that this country now get a no. It's not so like picking away the pamphlet to dirty. Then when I just say when I shake the hand, they go. You're talking about individuals here. So according to Ochaeri, they urge Samura Kamara say let them go. You know, agree, say let them He said, let go. I swear to God, if me in a part of the executive, I will go Allah for say no sign.
Well, you see, that's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
If Yansane them, Yansane for them for don't Marade for don't cause trouble, let Samura
exactly
cause trouble. That's in the TV day, then they announce say, then they perfect Samura Kamara, let no sign. That's and if you say they sign something, the party exclude themselves for say we are not part of this. But they say, okay, they say let them sign. Samura Kamara, they make you as leader of negotiation because it's not to your own salon, not to your own the political party. Because waiting is signed, it don't bring the country BNTD. Because the problem not only affect the APC, it affect the
that's what autocracy does.
Yeah, well, that's the problem there. Now, they talk, he said, they talk nothing. It ain't in your life. They take money from people for surviving life. Now, salon they born. All the things the way he says so, they want the way they make so, where they sign 80%, 80 this. No. This thing where in the federal, you cannot fight for the to adjust justice when they're in power.
You see, Doc Awale, give me small time. You see, the fact that we still get that autocratic mentality, I bring all of this because it was not only Samura Kamara that went to represent the APC, even though the process itself was very undemocratic. But let us agree that they went there with goodwill. If they come with a condition where they know say go affect the country, then all within at the team for say, no, we cannot take a decision now. Let us go back and consult with the people.
Yes.
But the leaders in Africa don't respect the people they govern.
No, well, let me come there. I want stop you, sir.
Go ahead.
Waiting to affect the other leaders. Let me tell you, Mr. Jallo, you're not a leader. You don't open organizations. You understand? The moment like Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone, Africa, you don't explain and done. You don't define and find. The moment they say you're not a leader, I swear to God, even the wealthiest person in that country now, they deal with you as if you're not God. That affects Yansanedem. They say because they say Samura Kamara, now he be presidential candidate, be this, then he go do what he want. Then for don't attack that man, then for don't display rudeness at that place there, then make sure say the media pick him up for say, no can sign something. We are a political party. You're not just a figurehead. And people in the whole big pass you, not the political party. If you say they go, we are not allowing with a set confusion. Hey, news media will not come. This man, they said, then they arrest them. That tripartite business is not for don't go anywhere. But it fool the people, they can't to a point. So Samura Kamara, the people afraid them, and I be big mistake where and send them they do. We can consider them. Therefore, don't attack Samura Kamara, make you not sign that thing. Madam Bio right from the beginning, he say, they accept this thing. Respect them, recognize them. Would I present them, would I make a certain job them with that American ambassador? Now, who said the American ambassador day? He doesn't live in Sierra Leone anymore, don't resign in position. So this now a crisis will then bring. This thing, will they discuss them for the week, we'll go find more information, but the power distance culture where exists, who say one person they be a leader, as you suggest, so person autocratic, and they do what he feel for do at the expense of the public. Now, who say in the APC, don't give Mara for saying they in charge now because putting then 80 points the way they make so. Madam you not recognized, but it is telling people that they change the laws they want them. In the Samura, no, they attend meeting. Past now they don't pull up. Now when they pull and don't put Mara, in supporters the way they make put itself now, then they cause rudeness all over. Say then go fetch all then go try all over for how they call themselves APC. No, they no participate. But anything APC they do.
You see, Doc.
Yes, sir.
The problems of Africa, then they right before we face for solve them.
Oh, yeah.
But we always they circumvent them and circumspect them. In the first place, that tripartite arrangement, if we get for put the blame on anybody, the whole of the executive of the APC party should carry that blame.
Oh yes. Oh no. I mean, I've been talking to
you. Know why?
Yeah, no.
You know why?
No.
When the international community come with this suggestion, if they had a democratic mentality, they are the ones always going to win a grassroots party. Grassroots no mean where you want to go take the party membership in vote or in money. Now they tell grassroots. When it comes for take decisions, go to them and ask them, get their views.
No, fake no more.
This consultation, whether they do so now with the tripartite, I want you listen to me, sir. This consultation, whether they do all over the country, so now that should have been the first step before they go sit down for negotiate.
Of course. Yeah.
We always let for put the cat before the horse in Sierra Leone.
No. Mm-hmm.
I make we not ever do things complete and correct. We always they hurry for time when in fact we don't even know how to use time. One of the crises we'll get in our country, we not sabi use time, we not respect time. But we always they hurry for time. Now do no more, we go this. So we always they tend for drag things under the carpet. And one thing I believe say because you don't do social theories. Anything where they cause conflict, if we not address them properly, the next way they surface, the gravity of the conflict they double.
Well, let me what you say so. Let me just remind you, we get a leader right now where he feels say get the military, get the police, get this. They listen today, they listen tomorrow. I watched something where he said today, he addressed people in Kenima yesterday, day for yesterday. When he listen to them, he get the mind for talk about and openly indetermination for let SLPP not come by all means. And then they say, what if they don't begin APC or the Campoela? How we get a constitution? Why not go that the election? Let the people and choose if you don't do good things. When they intimidate voters before even registration begin. And so what you try for you believe say, you don't think say what been there in a salon where people are there, we're actively involved in that world, either the one they cause trouble, we still get the mind for cause trouble, where maybe he determined for use them, or the other side, we go ready for say we say determined for do something. There are soldiers where they be sacked in a salon, then they say they create a new army. They're all over the place. They know how for hold gun, they know what for do. Let's imagine there's a crisis in Sierra Leone where war camp, and then people and they will not get uniform, so they still get the aid.
No, not a uniform. Uniform no matter.
No, sir, what did they say, sir? Because they cancel for say about this the time when they talk to for say you they feel say see when you don't settle and fine, it don't done. And they not be settled that what they find. With people
but the war was a lot of there was a lot of cover up in the war.
Cover up. So the they will then say, oh, peace done. Who's peace with it? When they kill people or families, them who that can talk to me? You just settle for let you close down the gap for let them not arrest the one who bring the war. And you will then at the leader then participate. So at the justice say for support that side. If you not settle with him, fine. Now they happen so now this tripartite. Now I get a video side. Then they can do a consultative business. Then they say APC they attend, JFK them, Mara them. The thing where them Mother Bio don't create. I swear to God, even when the election done, I don't know if you heard that one day. I listened to Rami. I told the sheikh for say maybe he won't get for a bad conflict, one of the last. We go kill lives and a salute. It on the way. Why do they do this? Why you not go down the time? People that praise you, you left a legacy, you left without no more than one can elect the elector. But not to so get for happen. So what you talk is very relevant.
You know why I take this topic?
No.
Some of us are concerned about what is going on in Sierra Leone.
Yes, absolutely.
I am not interested in any office or whatever. I think, sir, I don't pass.
You as foreign minister.
No, sir, big, do ya? La be advisor, and it no matter which political party they in power, as long as it's for the good of Sierra Leone, I'll be prepared to do that. But the fact of the situation is, the way and manner where the political parties them, and especially the two main political parties them, don't handle Sierra Leone from 2018 to now, we are going to a build-up that will be very nasty for we country.
Oh, yes. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of Sierra Leone.
And some of we not comfortable for Sidom who said we must let that happen.
Me.
And one thing I believe, I am a citizen of Sierra Leone, it no matter whether I live in Norway or not. If I carry a Norwegian passport,
you are a natural born.
if I carry a Norwegian passport, the place of birth on it is Freetown, Sierra Leone. They not put on Bergen, they not put on Stavanger, they say Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Yes.
So I'm still a citizen of Sierra Leone as long as we get dual citizenship law. And as long as the Constitution say sovereignty is with the citizens, it's my right to talk about these issues. And some of us are getting jittery about the way things are done in Sierra Leone. Either now because of ignorance or because of willful act. But one thing I want you, at the council, I just make this point. One thing I want to let people then know, as you rightly say, that last civil war, it impacts everybody, and there are young people in Sierra Leone today who know how to use arms and ammunition. There are young people in Sierra Leone who may not be well-trained soldiers, but they know how to use arms and ammunition. Then we get soldier them where because of some reason or the other, they don't dismiss them. Any skill where somebody don't learn a lifelong. As I sit here, I may be whatever I am today, but the first job where I learn in my life na teaching. I'm a professional teacher. I was trained to teach. So I always they teach, whether I like it or not. If you are in the talk now, if you listen to me, na teacher attitude I get. You understand? This is what we are naturally. The human being, whatever he don't learn, he don't master, now he be. So we get for left for they assume things na Sierra Leone.
Okay. Mr. Jallo,
go ahead.
I get for can let you, but since this thing they continue, definitely get for be part of this tomorrow. I'm learning a lot from you, and I believe say we're making a difference in this. So let God help you and let God bless you. So by God in power, we will talk tomorrow, yeah?
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
All right, sir.
Okay. Bye for now, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, fumble them. You see, as I've been begin before Dr. Ture come on board, the tripartite has good sides, it gets bad sides. Whatever is good is made good by the intent. Whatever is bad is also made bad by the intent. The question here is, a lot of procedural mistakes have been made. A lot of bypasses have been done. But are we ready to implement what will begin to build democracy in Sierra Leone? The tripartite is not all bad. It's a foundation for us to build something that will take us out of 400 and more years of autocratic rule. We get to understand, say, that what they call democracy not ever exists in Africa. I can hear some people in the APC camp, well, there was no democracy. Before 1961, it was the governor giving instructions to his commissioners in the different districts. The commissioners, they give instruction to the paramount chiefs. You don't have a right to question it. You have only to implement it. That's autocracy. When we get independence, the intellectuals at that time, they not sit down for say, this system would inherit so. We nothing say good for we. How can we make it good? What do we do? Instead, they use the system to their own personal advantage, not to the advantage of the nation. Then we begin get crisis after crisis. Sir Milton Magai ruled for 4 years. He died. We are recent past him. We not get proof for that. But from that point, crisis after crisis after crisis. Till we go to a war, we will not get business for fact. We never had any business to go to war. Ghana, at the time we went to war, was worse than Sierra Leone. Guinea next door in 1991 was still trying to find its feet. Because when Ahmed Sekou Touré died in 1984, now the time Guinea begin open up, then begin make things liberal, etc., etc. I went to I attended the funeral of Ahmed Sekou Touré. I attended the funeral. Then in 1987, I went again to Conakry. I saw a lot of difference within that 3-year period. Today, Guinea don't they ahead of we. We in a behind we they go. Because we are so entrenched mentally and so much colonized that we think, say, when we have power, we should do as we like. We not care. When we come out there, now they begin complain and blame. That has to change if we want to make Sierra Leone. That has to be amended if we're ready for make we country continue as a nation. Now we have this tripartite. In the first place, before ever them been going to all these 80-watt recommendations, the first step would have been the two main political parties who felt they are affected most, then before call the other political parties them, then sit them in a public discussion and get the other parties them views. Then the next step should have been each political party for go to a membership, go consult with them, let them get input from the members as to what they want to see for correct electoral processes. That was not done because deep in our head, we are the boss, we are the rulers. Whatever we say has to be followed. That's the problem of Africa. That's the problem of Africa. That is why we are not making progress. Democracy is not about you giving instructions and others following. Democracy is not about you being elected to become the demigod of the land. It's about you leading, but at the same time, allowing everybody to participate. And how do you allow participation? Open up the space, get respect for people's view, even that Christmas treat. He go say something, if you're not wise person, they understand what he mean. It'll help you for change things in the country. We began one Blacker. Blacker, people thought he was crazy. He had so much attacks and voting. May his soul rest in peace. But at certain times, he said things that were pertinent, things that were necessary for make we listen to say, yes, bro, this thing are not correct. How we go change them? How we go change them? What you for do for change them? This we don't have in our mentality. It's about me. What I say, everybody should listen to it. If they don't, they will bully them. If we don't change, technology is going to overtake us in Africa. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo. So you get me clear, right?
Clearly.
Thank you very much. Nice program, nice discussion. Let's just start with this. When they talk about all of this tripartite development plan from 19 back to 2000 and back, if the system is working, there's no need for tripartite.
Do you have a system?
Well, that's another question.
Do you have a system?
If everything is being put in place, all man to work how it's supposed to work. All institutions are working by their mandate. There's no need for tripartite. There's no need. All of these traditional come out. They say, well, the causes of the work. Now, most of those recommendations in the TRC, who they do them, most of the things they will cause the one and the country. Now, the same thing.
And maybe some of them are being done worse now.
But some of them done worse. So we thank God when God does the intervene and we Sierra Leone and the heart for Lord not become Lord will not reverse back to that good time. Because we think so don't learn lesson.
We not go agree. Some of we not go agree. We go talk. Who don't know here? You not care. Me I not care what they tell you now. What you want talk.
All the causes of the war now they do worse too. So the system the work need not the tripartite. I even born at the top of representation. For how many times I don't talk? Even near parliamentarians, how many people have come back to their constituents and say this ABC bill we are discussing in parliament now. What is your input? How many it was? If they go and know it three, we will say now they don't say no, they don't know first reading of this bill here. Now they say they don't go to committee stage. Me if I don't count on that. What do you think about this bill? What do you think about this? How do they come for Finance Act 2026 to increase more taxes? How many of them are coming to the constituents them and say, "We never put tonight. Let me go talk for that." How many?
Well, let me make a small intervention there, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see, we go blame the members of parliament. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that still they put them in the autocratic platform.
Sure.
Because we expect see them for come before we talk.
Yeah.
We get a press, the fourth estate.
Yes,
are they doing their job?
No, sir. No.
Because the issues are where they talk about members of parliament.
Yeah.
The fourth estate for be a neutral pressure group where they discuss their issues here without making them partisan. But the problem we'll get in Sierra Leone is the fourth estate is more political than the political parties.
Everybody.
So they are not fair and unbiased in their discussions.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
The second thing is, in a democracy, before ever a bill is taken to parliament, after it has been drafted, the government, they come with a kind of concept note where then they discuss with the public. That's what the details of them. But then they come with a concept note. We get certain details of the law where they want pass. Then discuss them in various communities. They allow the press for discussion with people. They allow radio discussions, television discussions before ever then they take the bill to parliament for begin the processes for enactment. But in Sierra Leone, because we still get autocratic mentality, when they put the cat before the horse, then they go first in a parliament before they can discuss with the people. By then, the people's opinion no matter much.
What do you mean?
Popularize what? Controls? Are you popularizing participation or are you popularizing controls?
Control. Exactly.
Government is not about controls. It's about participation.
Because in a democracy, like that stage you don't so come back to your people, you the press, una do analysis only and throw the ball to the citizens that will make judgment. Then you
not a judgment, the citizen their opinion matter.
For the citizens' opinion.
Because that how they live na Kailaun, they get certain environmental conditions which sometimes the low way they can pass, not good for them. That how they live na Falaba, same thing. That how they live na Mapotolong, same thing.
Yeah.
You know they make one size fit all law for people them. You get to make a law we're going to be accommodative to people them. Especially laws where they affect the daily life of the people.
Sure.
Like this tripartite, it's going to affect the daily lives of the people. They should have come to the people and got their opinions before then they go sit down, they map out recommendations. This book, all things say we sabi, we're not just colonial brainwashing, not part of the problem. A part of the problem.
Even within them, they do not even go with one voice. Even within them, the group, just with that, they do not even go with one voice. And I know we'll talk of they went here with the mindset of the national color. No, all of them went there for 6%.
What? So what do we do? How do we do it?
Because all of these things they say that for future occurrences, all the things you don't pass, then but when you look at those things, most of them, they're not widely consultative. Of course, there's them backslide all the political parties, not people taking them important. Because for this thing, even the political party gets 5 supporters. It's important. It's important.
The Constitution, the Constitution clearly allow everybody a political opinion, which means say everybody in political opinion matter in the country. How can you go and take decisions on behalf of people? We get differing political opinions, you not consult them.
Yes, sir.
That's an undemocratic act. But in as much as it is undemocratic, are we ready to begin to institute democracy? Do we have the mental status? Do we have the intent and the will to begin to institute democracy? Are we ready to decolonize our minds in Sierra Leone? Because I don't hear Iboku talk. Every day talk, they come up. Social media, all man they talking, all man sabi book. But what we not they accept is our mentalities are messed up.
The young democracy.
Until we refine with mentalities for be more accommodative to each other, for respect each other's views, and not for be dictators on each other, for talk to each other, not for talk at each other, it will never change.
So all of this is for support because everything is central. That's the autocratic way. Because like now we say, the point border talk this stuff, there's the APC. Go to that place after the first day. Because they were in Germany for 3 days. Come outside. Okay, gentlemen, on our way for first. Go consult.
Exactly.
Let me adjourn now. Okay, we don't agree. But we have followers. We have supporters. Now people they vote.
There are other political parties. Let us go and talk to them.
In fact, the people them when they outside their party, we are just here in a small number representing them. So please wait for us. Let us go and consult them. Then we come back with our own suggestions or recommendations. But all the others, they just go to come the in fact, even journalists you are not allowed. Everything what they said or not. So even
Naim, the autocracy make una don't turn the country into a secret society. Go ahead, sir.
Everything is being discussed. Okay, now before I sign, let me go and popularize it first for my people. My people, I know you're vex and on assembly. We don't go do A, B, C. Now what you left no more now, when I agree to sign, but even that I don't tell you this stuff, but up to cancel, even the MPs. The MPs are big example. How many of them?
You don't come with 1 point. Let's ask one question, yeah?
Yes.
In all these processes where they discuss tripartite, they don't ever officially include councillors and other lower level politicians them in it.
No. Now only the hierarchy, the tripartite.
That's autocracy. That's autocracy. The thing don't fail even before them begin them. Those councillors now then they nearest to grassroots.
Now the composition of it made up of what?
Hey, Salon.
For instance, Dr. Samuel Kamara led the negotiation, followed by the Conte, Dr. Sam Sise, Petito, etc.
Salon already yet.
Chief Minister, Dr. Kaima, who else again, and few others. So now only representation. So they were not. But the MP they said no problem. I can't say that they will work on. So what? All of the idea of them is that those few people represent all. Those few people.
It is not possible. It's not possible. Why? One person not a represent. Even me not able to represent my family.
Exactly.
If I have a decision to make, we're connected with public relations and coexistence.
Yeah.
Whoever come to me with the point, I go tell and say, wait till I discuss this with members of my family, we go get back to you. That's what democracy is, even in the home, in the community.
So even that 3 days was not enough for even more than how many weeks, and the right thing be done. Because that the people they outside the under vex. You are only there as representative. But all what we saw after the 3 days, they make the ceremony. Now this thing, even the detail of it giving that, not be even here. Everybody signed. And they agree. They form the Tripartite Committee. At the end, inside they go sign, like the very president's office has state out. Everybody that they make statement, commitment, that it ends. So not to only consultation, they call it one right project, where they go around do consultation. Now they are only doing popularization.
But even them projects, when they go around, they do consultation, it's not democratic. It is not, because they only go around for satisfy, say we don't go tell the people there.
But still don't go tell the people there.
On our opinion, they no matter. They will do as they like. We get a lot of work for democratize, reminds them.
Autocracy is a 100% believe in you because it goes right across the autocratic needs. So we know democracy. So we're going to use the young alternative because young democratic
the democracy, they far first nas alone. We they try, but we they do, you know. If we like with somebody want for play music, but you not sabi play guitar. How they do na Sierra Leone? You want be musician, but you not sabi play guitar, you not sabi play no instrument. Let we learn first for play the instrument. How we go learn them? Let we learn what in democracy mean. And let we understand, say, democracy is not about political parties or about having plenty political parties.
election.
China, now one party then get the Communist Party. But China gets several levels of democratic behavior in the society we will not get in a salon. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Ask people who have been to China, they will tell you that. China gets levels of democracy where they allow public participation in decision making. Where in Sierra Leone we not a do am. We not a do am. In Sierra Leone, the allergy, the doctors, all the title people are the ones who should talk. The rest should shut up and listen.
The tripartite document is a national document, not to project.
Not to document, in fact, the tripartite, listen to me, sir. The tripartite is not an issue of being a national document. It's an issue of the sanity, sanctity, and stability of the country.
Exactly.
It's a very important step where we take with caution. If we falter, this will lead to a disaster. If we do them properly, it will help we for begin build the foundations for democracy. So there has to be caution in the way these things are done.
No one take it for granted or take out levity. No. The document will get constitutional.
Well, up till now, it's not yet constitutional. It's very unconstitutional.
It's just potential constitutional, character.
And even the constitutionality of will get for discussion. I make a say throughout this week, I am going to concern myself with this tripartite because it's a very important document.
Very, very important. Sure.
The constitutionality of it will therefore be careful how we tailor that, how we go about the processes. One wrong step, don't put Sierra Leone on the line for a long time to come. One wrong step, it will put the country on the line of backwardness, of instability for a long time to come. And let nobody not feel say he get the upper hand over the other people then. Let nobody not get that feeling. You may have the army, you may have the police under you, but when people are aggrieved, they find means to express that grievance.
Or again, people taking it we win, that is they lost. It's a win-win for everybody.
There has never been a winner in Sierra Leone. Don't get that clear. There have always been losers. All of us are losers. If we were winners, Sierra Leone, they are lucky, Lekai, and lucky so. All of us are losers. There are no winners in Sierra Leone. Now begin face the reality of the nonsense what they do in that country. We they do a lot of nonsense, we feel saying a sense we they do. If there were winners in Sierra Leone, 64 years after independence, we not for the struggle for electricity, for water supply, people are not for they get difficulty for eat food. There are no winners. Now we come out from this autocratic gangster mentality. Because that's exactly what we have. Now I make we not able to make progress. Now we respect each other. Now we learn for deal with each other, not because we want for lower ourselves to the next man, but because we want for secure we own interest. Your interest is best secured when the next man's interest is secured. Because there is a natural law which states, as within, so is without. If within me, I want security, I for create security without. If I create insecurity without, it comes back to me within.
With all that, we could be a straight nation, not depending on international business.
We not get need for depend on internationals, my brother. We only need for think straight na Sierra Leone. We can solve with problems them if we think straight.
Yeah.
Not so big problems they will get. Look at Ethiopia. They don't solve the problem of electricity. They not go bigger to nobody. Now the Ethiopians and SSF now they contribute money, then build one of the largest hydroelectric dams in Africa.
Yeah.
They don't commission them. We can do better than that in Sierra Leone if we are ready.
Sure.
But we get for change what in the inside we had. Them programs they will be done download and install. Say now me, the most important, now me no more God lack. Now we delete them programs then they now begin install programs say we all equal. Now we all get here. Development is not a one-man business. I wonder you know one thing. We can put Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad in the State House. But if the nation does not understand what development means, they are going to fail. Not a one-man business. Now collective business. Development is about getting the consent of the people, getting the participation of the people, and getting the understanding of the people about what they should do, what their roles are, what their limits are, etc., etc. Not a one man they sit down and do so, all man clap. That clap after the clap, they not be waiting for do. So nothing done. This zombie mentality will not try change an asalono. Una try change the zombie mentality in a salon. And the zombie business now too much in the country. When I don't make zombie thing now, I don't go find cocaine for the sleep, so I go be perfect zombies. Anyway, I think we don't reach the limit of today. Thank you for calling, sir. We go meet on Wednesday. And we get for continue with the tripartite. On Wednesday, I will begin look at the recommendations.
Yes.
I go begin give an unbiased analysis.
Sure.
And possibly begin give recommendations on how these recommendations should be implemented for democratic acceptance.
Of all, the acceptance of all democratic.
Yes.
Not for favor one.
Not for favor one person or favor one party. Now we get an acceptance where everybody go say yes, we gladly will this happen. So we go talk on Wednesday, and of course, normally, you can talk before the program. And tomorrow, while we get a private phone call, I want to discuss the issue I have been start for discuss with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we talk tomorrow. Thanks for calling, sir. Fambul them, una thank you for listening to we. Otogu Macaulay, welcome, sir. Thank you for coming. Mr. Alimami Sise, you are most welcome, sir, because I think this is the first time I'm seeing you participating. Feel free for call anytime you want call. Of course, sorry, I not put the telephone number up today, but I go volunteer for do that the next time because the people that we call already know me number. And here, when you call, they give all the time for make your point. It's a discourse, not a one-man sabi. Come with your point, me say come with my own point. Let we discuss Sierra Leone. Let we try for left a foundation One thing I'm very much aware of, it took 400 years for us to become what we are now. We cannot do it in 400 days or 40 days. But we don't have to take 400 years to get there. With technology and everything we're available today, if we get the right messages out there, it will impact the minds. People will begin to understand the differences. Then maybe in the next 10, 15, 20 years, we will begin to see a different country. Sometime by that time, they will not there again, but we would have contributed in creating a foundation for posterity, because that's what my purpose is. It's not about me being hard or me being famous. I'm not to that. And for create a foundation for posterity. The troubles the world don't go through, where me get for run na me country, can't sit down another man country, and I want little picking and picking, then go through that. So na thank you, all the listeners out there. Na thank you, Sulaiman, Kamara. Thank you very much for coming. We are not here to encourage people to come and talk, sir. This platform is not for politicians. We discuss politics, Samura. Sulaiman, I mean. Here we discuss politics and talk about the issues. We therefore call the people their name. We don't need the explanation. Maybe some of us are bigger politicians. I no need for be head of state na Sierra Leone for be a bigger politician. So your question is, we cannot get him here to explain. This is not a populist platform. This is an education platform where we want people to know the truth and understand the truth, not about somebody coming to tell us what his position is. For all I know, in a democracy, and I live in a democratic country, I've been elected in this country twice. Whatever decision is taken, then they go first and consult with the people before they take a decision. So I don't need no explanation from nobody. The whole process was wrong. APC now, SLPPO, they're all wrong. If there was trouble with elections, the one for go for come for Sidom for talk about the elections, they should have come to the electorate to ask them. That is what democracy is about. General participation, not one man's opinion. One man's opinion is autocracy. It's autocracy. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. I'd encourage you for come, because we need for democratize, and some of us know what democracy is. Minus being elected here, I think I did some courses in democratization and electioneering, where practically applicable to any partner of the world. Democracy is not a political process, it's a social state. It's a condition that people exist in. Thank you for coming, sir. On a good night, we will talk on Wednesday.
We pledge love and loyalty to be country salute. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We there, we just a try. This thing I don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We there, we just a try. But this thing I don't come up and dry eye. We pledge with love and loyalty to be country salute. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. like we salon. This we land where we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salon. This we land where we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salon. For the wreck the country, this a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess a carpets, no man kereka. Come on, Konica, come on, Kereka. Chamucham, Maman Monica. Kaipom, Yaman Konica. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. This a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. And they go and big bag. Shake, 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 shake. The people that they gen. Then I go and shem. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them by scripture. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them by scripture. I had love and loyalty. So we country salo, I have we there, I have we born. We sweet salo, we not for make this country fall. Mama salo, we let we salo, but this we land where we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo, we let we salo. As in a place like home, I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why.